Hello, my name is Kolowski, and today we're going to talk about the importance of mental health first aid and why it should be taught in workplaces and communities. So, being in the service, I became acquainted with a soldier that was very bubbly, very down to earth, just an overall great person. Well, this person always seemed happy. So I thought. I wasn't trained in the process of mental health first aid at this time in my career, nor was anyone else that surrounded him. Well, let's call him Private Snuffy, but he was a very good friend of mine. But for privacy issues, I'm going to keep it disclosed, undisclosed. I'm gonna keep it private. Private Snuffy was an overall good soldier, always happy, in a great mood. Well, anyway, he tragically left us. 1 year into me being in the military, I lost this man to suicide. Had anyone known how to identify the signs, how to ask him if he's okay, how to bring him to somebody who could help him professionally and get him the help he needs, he may still be on this earth today. So today we're going to talk about mental health first aid and why it should be implemented in the workplace and communities. So what is mental health first aid? Mental health first aid, I'm going to refer to it as MHFA from now on. MHFA is the act of assessing, listening, giving, and encouraging. So you want to assess the risk of suicide or harm, listen non-judgmentally, give reassurance and information, and encourage to seek professional help. This is a graph detailing from 2001 to 2018 the rise of depression, anxiety, and suicide rates in the United States. The mental health crisis. The mental health crisis is just one big pie, characterized by intense emotional distress, urgent need for intervention, risk of self-harm or harm to others, and impaired coping mechanisms. Categories of mental illness include depression, anxiety, and then the culmination of both of those leads to suicide. Depression. Depression can be identified when you see someone with a persistent sad, anxious, or an empty mood. They feel lonely. They lose interest in pleasure in doing simple tasks or prior hobbies that they enjoyed. They have difficulty sleeping, fatigue, difficulty concentrating, remembering. There's just all these thoughts going in their head, and none of them are positive. Anxiety. When you're anxious, you feel nervous, restless, tense. You have a sense of impending danger, panic, or death. You feel weak or tired, you're trembling, you're sweating, you're breathing rapidly, you have trouble concentrating. Every little thing that you think about is interrupted with the intrusive thoughts of how it will affect you and how will others perceive what you do. The culmination of both of these leads to suicide. More than 720,000 people die due to suicide every year, according to the World Health Organization. Suicide is the third leading cause of death in children and adults between the age of 15 and 29. So what is mental health first aid and how can we combat this? It's an 8-hour certified course that teaches you how to recognize, approach, and refer, and it builds confidence to help in a crisis. 1 in 5 U.S. adults experience mental illness. Suicide is the leading cause of death, according to the CDC. And one of the most interesting things I found was millions of people and I mean millions. I'm talking 54% of adults in 2019 were surveyed and said a survey in 2019 stated that 54% of adults know or know of how to perform CPR. 54% of adults in America. Okay? And only 40,000 people in all, at least in this survey, which is I believe it was a measly 7 to 8%, stated that they understood and knew mental health first aid. Mental health first aid teaches you to recognize signs, approach and listen, and connect to help. In the Army, we have a very similar model or program called ACE, Ask, Care, Escort. Ask them what's wrong, listen, which is care, and escort, bring them to somebody who can help them. Now imagine a workplace where no matter what you were feeling, someone can always walk up to you and say, "Hey, are you okay? What can I do to help you? What's going on?" And then that'll lead to you seeking help, or anyone else seeking help. It's free or low cost. It's an 8-hour training that already has a pre-build that anyone can administer. It's a simple PowerPoint as this. It's easy to learn, it's easy to share. Just be sure to sign up for your local MHFA course. Advocate for your workplace or community to administer this course, and share what you learn with your peers. It should be as common as CPR. If we identify the problems, we can get the solution, and you can save a life. My closing thought to you here is, in a world where you can be anything, be the one who notices. Thank you.